Good day, folks. So today is September the 15th. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. There's a nice breeze blowing, and it hasn't got too hot yet. And I did this video a while ago, and for some reason my little camera here had it black, and you couldn't see half of what I was talking about. So I decided I'd redo it. I don't know how to edit and all that, and I ain't gonna take the time to learn at my age or whatever, or not planning on it right now anyway. But things are coming along with the greenhouse and all, and that was just, I thought I'd do an update. Still got a few miracle fruits down in here, and have been able to share those with some folks. The little K trees are doing pretty good, but I have, over a month now, I've had an issue with my pH on my water since I've been running the sprinkler so much. I'm really getting some bad readings on my water, and I had started treating some of it and correcting it a gallon at the time, and it has helped some that I have used it on, but there are others that it is not, and it takes so much time doing it. I thought that if I still have a problem once I get everything back in the greenhouse where I'm not having to water as much, that I've got a couple old 55-gallon drums that I would doctor up and treat a 55-gallon drum, and then hand water from that with everything a little more localized, and with the greenhouse covering everything on, you don't lose as much due to evaporation and everything, so you don't have to water as much anyway. But I bought new heaters, which there's nothing wrong with these two 10,000s here, and I intend to still use them. The one here in the front I'm going to replace with an 18,000, and I'm going to move this one down to the end down here, and I'll have put a 10,000 here, and then I'm going to have two 18,000s on this end. And that's where things are working out, and that was part of, I haven't done any of the covering or the ground cover on this end or anything else. I've got to split this and continue out with the gas lines from there, and that was part of it. I've kept the covering on to keep those heaters protected, and it helps protect my lumber and all that while I'm working. And darn it, lost my train of thought, and that's common for me. But anyway, I've had problems in years past with the plastic ripping through in about the third year on the crown with the 45 on the PVC pipe. And so I had got to looking that I can put the sleeve over the 45, and it's still a work in progress. I'm trying it out, but anyway, I put the cover on, and I think that will keep the plastic from ripping through at the 45s, and that's what I'm working on right now. This second one here, whenever I did it the other day, I thought one time I'd do the whole 10-foot section at the time, but after doing the first one, I found out that, hell, I probably couldn't pull that many of them down at one time if I hung on it. And so I backed up. After I got the blocks the other day, I did fix my steps here to where they're fairly steady, and I don't have to make that long step, and that's easier on my old hips and everything. I've got to still move all this dirt and get it spread out through here and around and about, and a lot of trim and all that. Still more paint to go on. I've already gone through over 4 gallons of primer, and still gotta just open another one, and probably gonna have to go back and get some more. But it's taking your time and trying to do it right the first time. And the plastic is a 4-year plastic, so if I do it right, I can get 4 years out of it, and it's worth the time that I put in, taking it slow. And boy, it whooped me the other day drilling all these holes for the PVC pipe, and a couple of them, boy, I hit a knot and twisted my wrist really nice whenever the drill locked up in knots and what all. But anyway, they got my door's 6 foot wide, and the bottom 4x4 there, I put it in to where it can be taken right back out. But in squaring up everything, I put it in to help everything get squared up. Some of this lumber, the 16 foot, the top rail here that the PVC is in, and the crown up there I've had for like 6 years. We were going to build a greenhouse over at my daughter's when we were doing the fig trees, and she never did get into it. And so the lumber's just been setting, and it has even stacked as well as I could stack it and everything. I still got some little bows and twists and warps in it, and so I'm trying to pull a lot of those back out with the bracing that I'm doing on the top of the pilings. But you see, whenever you put the PVC on and pull it down, it gives you a nice bow and widens the top of the sides of the greenhouse. Whenever I do get around to it and everything, I've still got to clean up all this and let it dry a day or two before I put a coat of paint on it to put the new cover on. But this is what I'm trying to avoid. You can see through the plastic down in here the weeds that are coming up in the gap that was left, and that's what I'm trying to avoid down here. Once I run the new gas lines, then I can start worrying about working on putting the ground cover. I have most everything to do it, and there will be a third board put down at the bottom. I've got the 2x4s. That's part of what's in the old greenhouse there covered, is 2x4s to go down at the bottom right at ground level to fasten the plastic to. But I was holding off until I did get the dirt and all level and the pipes in, and then I'm gonna try to make sure that I have all this ground covered up under there so I don't get weeds growing up every year. But everything is coming along good. It just takes an old man a while to do, and then, like I said, some of it is a matter of thinking things out and looking and actually trying. Whenever you get hands-on and trying, little K-trees out here are doing pretty good. I mowed yesterday a little bit with the riding mower and blew all kind of dirt. They look like, oh goodness, I don't even know how to describe it, but they were covered in dirt and dust. It's so dry. The weather radio this morning had it said we were 11 inches below average, and so that's part of my problem with my watering. The ones in the dirt here and up front and all has got my well kind of screwed up where my pH is just crazy. And whenever you're trying to water this many plants, it really gets difficult to doctor every gallon of water and correct the pH on it. But most of them are looking good, and if the well water continues, I may have to look at getting into a water system that would correct it automatically. But those, I've already looked at them, some of them in the nursery catalogs and different things, and they can get quite expensive. So I'm trying to avoid that and have more time than money. So once I get everything back in the greenhouse to where I can kind of concentrate on it a little better, I hope I can correct the issue without having to put a lot more money into it. Everyone have a blessed day.